people should be free to do as they please, so if it makes you happy...
No way! Please let me explain myself!
I knew you were pervy, but this is crazy!
If I called you cute, is that an acceptable compliment?
None of this would have happened if it weren't for Shaga!
Stop yelling, you're causing a scene.
In 2008, a light novel series called Bento was written by Asa Ura and illustrated by Kaito Shibano. This would have 12 books, and it would also have a sequel called Bento Road to Witch. These would later on get manga adaptations, and in 2011 it would get an anime adaptation in which it would run until 2012. Now, Bento follows the main character, Yosato, and it starts with him going to a supermarket one day to buy some discounted box lunches, hence the name Bento, and when he gets there, he's attacked and knocked out, and the following day he wakes up not knowing what had happened to him, and when he goes through his normal school day and whatnot, and later on that night he goes back to the supermarket to buy another bento. Same thing happens once more, but this time he remembers what had finally happened to him and how he had gotten knocked out. And that's where he meets a girl named Sin Yawazui, and this would start his journey of getting stronger to be able to fight alongside her, and also so he can actually be able to fight his way through the supermarket so he can actually grab his own box lunch himself. Later on, we would meet more characters like Yu Kaneshiro, the monk, goatee, brunette, Tadaiki Udo, Ayame Shaga, Ren Nikaido, and many more characters that we would learn about later on in the series. And the anime adapted about 3, maybe even 4 volumes of the light novel, and it only ever got 1 season and only had 12 episodes, which was a shame given the fact that it still had about 9 to 8 more volumes to adapt, and I would have loved to see where the story went from here on out. And given the fact that there was also a sequel called Road to Witch about Bento, which followed the story of how Sin Yarazui ended up getting into the fighting for the supermarket bento lunches and whatnot. We could have at least gotten an OVA, since I don't believe it ran for too long. The manga only has about 5 chapters to it, and there should be a manga adaptation for the light novel as well for Bento's original run. However, from what I can find, I don't think it ever actually got a official translation into English, because I could never actually find a way to read it anywhere. I've tried dubious means or special means to at least find it. I couldn't. I've looked for official ways to find it. I can't find it. I've checked Viz and any publisher that really translates light novels and stuff like that, and even mangas. I cannot find it. And this is really due to the fact that Bento, for as good as it is and the animation it has, it was unfortunately made, I think, 3 years right before what I call the light novel renaissance in anime, where a lot of light novels started getting adapted into animes, and they would keep going and continuing, such as Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, where that it started its run, and it's still going on even now. I'm waiting for like a season 6, I believe, or maybe season 5, I can't remember. Bento unfortunately came out 2011, and I believe they started doing a lot of what's it called, translating for light novels around 2014 to 2015, meaning it was just barely before it was barely before the cutoff to where they would have started doing this. And Bento unfortunately suffered for this. But in this day and age, I would love to see it make a comeback with either a season 2 or even just restarting it, because the animation is still fine to this day, and the soundtrack, from what I can remember, it really only had one song, but that one song was really good. But the cast of characters was very big. Well, not overly big. It's like a medium-sized cast. But the cast that we do get to meet within the 12 episodes are a fun bunch of characters. The story isn't really taken too serious due to the fact that, well, it's a bunch of people fighting for boxed lunches in the supermarket, which in and of itself is a pretty fun concept. It doesn't really follow a lot of the usual shonen type beats or anything like that. It's really just, if you want this box lunch, then you're gonna have to fight everyone in the store for it. If you can't handle yourself, then you're not even meant to really be here trying to obtain a box lunch in general. And a lot of shenanigans happen. Near the end of the series, you'll meet a duo called Orthros, which become like the central antagonist, if you can really say there are antagonists in here. But they'll become the main antagonists of the series for the remaining 4 episodes in the show. And it's just a really fun time, which is why I really would love to just see a comeback for it. All in all, that's mainly what I had to talk about. And I wish I could have done better by this in this video, but that's about it. I'm done.
Why? What's up?
Nothing. I'm just curious, that's all.
What are you doing with my... What the hell? Sega!